Decentralized.
All right, welcome to today's episode of Decentralized TV. And of course, I'm joined by my co-host, Todd Pitner. Welcome to the show, Todd. We have a really great guest today. I want to bring this up early, which is your website, my575e.com, because I want to urge our audience right now that given what's coming, world war, sky high oil prices, chaos in the financial markets, this is the time more than ever for people, I believe, to separate their assets into different UNAs, which is what your site is about. But I just want to say that up front before you talk about your site. Isolating your assets, your house should be in one of these UNAs by itself. If you have a car, it should be in a separate one. If you have a boat or jet skis that could injure somebody, that's got to be in its own separate thing. So can you talk about that for a bit?
Yeah, and I do want to share with people, but you only need to start with one so that you can learn about it and understand. True. And then it's like you don't push the river; it'll come to you. It really will, and that's what's really cool, Mike. But you're absolutely right. We need to disassociate from our Social Security number selves our assets. Nelson Rockefeller coined the phrase "own nothing, control everything," and he wasn't talking about being benevolent. It was about him and his family being able to keep more of what they earn, and protect their personal liability, be able to hand down their assets generationally. And Mike, we just achieved a milestone since I've been talking about this on the show of 200 UNA operators. And what I am seeing more and more, to your point you just made, is that people are acquiring these, learning about them, and then they're coming back for a second and a third. And the word of mouth, that's what's really cool. The positive word of mouth has kicked in. But I just really encourage people that, I was going to ask Gerald, Mike, does he have this high expectation that Trump and this administration is going to dissolve the IRS? And I say that, laughing out loud, because that's never going to happen because it's too big of a weapon. So that is just don't have that as a false expectation that you're going to hold your breath and wait for that to happen.
Well, let me add to it. Stop thinking that the government is going to save you.
Yeah. You
can take action today to save yourself. To help yourself. You don't need to wait for the IRS to shut down, because that's never going to happen. What if there were some other vehicle that was already on the books, already created, that could help you put assets out of reach of lawsuits and confiscations and things like that? But that's what UNAs are all about. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, it is. And there are things that you can do from a financial planning standpoint, especially if you have children. And I really highly encourage people, and many have taken advantage of this, is if you have questions, go to my website, my575e.com, and watch the 90-minute video first, download the PDF. It's an 11-page PDF talking about the 32 positive attributes of operating your own. But then if you have any questions related to your personal scenario, just book a consultation with me. It's $150, but you get it back if you move forward with the UNA. And frankly, most people who book a consultation with me, Mike, end up moving forward with them. The vast majority of them do. But then that way, I can give you increased insights on personal property protection, personal liability protection, what you can do to lawfully keep more of what you earn. I have several people who are in these positions, Mike, to where they're older, who they're having to take these distributions of their gold assets, and they're having to then pay fiat on the 2.5% distribution because they're 72 and a half years old. Mike, it's crazy, but we can help there. So just give me the opportunity to further educate you. And these things, It literally indeed is what the elites have been doing forever. This is just accessible to you and me, Mike.
All right. The website is my575e.com. That's your site, and you're focused on UNAs, which are unincorporated nonprofit associations, correct?
And by the way, we were talking about crypto. If you are into crypto, you need to have a conversation with me so I can tell you how you can. Well, we need to have a conversation.
Yeah, I concur, because I know exactly what you're thinking. If you're buying and selling crypto without a UNA, you are just flushing money down the toilet.
Yep.
The other thing that's, I think, really important about this too is that you can start a UNA right now. You can transfer or donate assets to it.
Yes.
And it doesn't cost you anything for transferring assets, but then you gain protection with those assets or for those assets. So if you have gold, if you have silver, how are you going to protect those?
That's right.
And, against whatever, lawsuits, confiscation, things like that. So check out Todd's website, everybody, my575e.com.